Hi folks, this is Vinod here. Today we are going to discuss about the chess strategy for chess openings and the chess principles. What is chess strategy? Chess strategy is knowing how to formulate a plan for the chess game and arrange your pieces accordingly to accomplish this plan. Beginning chess player discovers very quickly that learning how the pieces move. Usually after several moves of a typical chess game, the question arises, what now? What are you going to play now? So, here we will discuss some general chess principles in the chess opening. This video will provide you with some very simple, easy guidelines in the chess strategy for playing the chess opening. Aimed at beginners who know only the rules and the moves, there is no talk about specific opening or strings of moves to memorize. Only general chess strategy principles will help you to think about when starting a chess game. But for right now, these chess tips are excellent to follow during the first few moves of your game. The underlying principles of the chess strategy in the opening phase is control of the board center squares. There are 4 squares right in the middle of the chessboard shown in the green color. Every chess opening aims to occupy or control the central squares. You might have raised the question why. In chess geometry, the center is important because each piece exercises the maximum mobility in the center. Here's an example. Using only the king and a knight for each side. The centrally placed white knight can move to 8 squares, which is shown in the green color, and it attacks and controls them, while the poor knight in the corner only has 2 squares shown in the yellow color, and its mobility cuts by 75%. Plus, the white king attacking the 8 squares and can move in the red arrow to capture the black knight, while the black king in the corner has only the 3 squares under control. Principles of the chess openings. There are 5 golden principles of the chess openings which all players need to remember before starting the game. The first one is that make the first move with the E pawn or a D pawn. The good chess strategy is to make your first move with the E pawn or a D pawn. In either case, you will open a pathway for the piece to off the back rank and into the fight for the central squares. The move E4, a very good chess opening move which conforms to all chess strategy principles. Here white occupies the key center squares with the pawn attacking F5 and the D5 square. In addition, it allows the white queen and the king bishop to develop. Meanwhile, the opening D4 also meets our requirement, sending the pawn to the center and controlling another central squares of the black. In addition, the queen bishop can now develop and the white threatens to play his E pawn up 2 squares to dominate the center. The second rule is that play each piece one time to its best square. Good chess strategy is playing each piece one time to its best square, developing them all in turn and getting your chess pieces at starting square. Don't move the same pieces twice in the starting of the game before your pieces are developed. Here's the example shown in the below figure. What are you going to play here from white? Knight G5 or bishop B3, or you're going to castle, or you're going to play knight C3. So here you want to make a right choice, since by seeing to the white position still some pieces are lack and not developed. So develop your pieces accordingly and attack to the black position. The third rule is that keep your king safe. Good chess strategy is keeping your king safe, so castle early and get him behind your pawns. Castling is a great way to safeguard your king from sudden chess tactics and even checkmate. It gets the king away from the center and develops one of your rooks at the same time. The fourth rule is that advance only one or two pawns. Good chess strategy is advancing only one or two pawns in the chess opening. It's just enough to stake out the center and develop your pieces quickly. Moving pawns can weaken your defenses and is responsible for many losses in the chess. The fifth rule is that develop and threat your opponent. Good chess strategy is to make threat when developing the pieces which will limit the opponent's freedom of choice. Make sure that once your all pieces are developed, start to threat your opponent's position by attacking with a proper plan. By seeing this example, we can see that all the pieces are developed accordingly and we can make a right choice to attack the black position by moving the queen to e2 or knight d5, or we can play any other attacking moves. So these are the 5 main golden rules which you need to keep remember before going to start the game. Thank you folks. Hope you enjoy this video. Thank you.